All right, what's up, crypto legends? Is Bitcoin breaking out from the symmetrical triangle, or are we just faking out and we're going to start correcting in between today and tomorrow, guys? This is what we are going to analyze all together. I'm going to go first of all quickly through the comment section, of course, as always, to say hello to the beautiful community. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. And we're going to go through the comment section to say hello to that beautiful community, guys. Is this a breakout? Is it a fake out? Are we going to manage to maintain this zone as support or resistance? We're basically at that level where it does look like we could get that pullback here to the downside. We're going to go through some scenarios, of course, ones that have been mentioned on the previous video update from yesterday, letting you know that, yes, I mean, this was an okay range to get into a long position. On the previous live stream, it's a fake out, says 𝗬𝗎. Yes, it does look like we want to sweep those lows once more. Okay, this would be my overall target zone. It's looking quite punchy. There is the bullish case, of course. We kind of at the limit area for the price to continue to the upside. I'll explain why in just a few minutes. However, let's go through the comment section. Make sure to destroy the like button, guys, for the algorithm. If you do enjoy the show, if you do enjoy the educational content on technical analysis, we've been eyeing this symmetrical triangle now for several days. Very likely to either get a corrective move, one more corrective move to the downside, sweep up those lows from yesterday, and then see if this is going to hold as support to get into the last long position to see if we're going to get that breakout, guys, or are we going to start losing this major support level? And then we're going to have to analyze the massive bearish case scenario, which would be this being a corrective structure right over here. And we're going to start moving impulsively to the downside. But as long as we're maintaining this zone as support, this is incredibly bullish. This does look like either a breakout right now or one more leg to the downside, and we'll go from here, guys. This could actually break and continue to the upside. That is just a regular running flat ABC. That is definitely a possibility. If we start breaking through here very aggressively, then obviously we'll have to go with that scenario. This being a 1 wave, 2, 3, 4 right there, and a 3 wave running flat, and then we're breaking through here on the 5th wave. Maybe very explosive, or maybe not as explosive, and we're going to double top. Are we going to hit all-time highs? Well, we just don't know. We're just going to have to check the reactions here in the next coming days if we are going to be bullish, right? So let's go through comment section. Let's go. Robot first. Greeting from the Philippines, says Robot. Hey, how are you doing? Philip, thanks for joining, my brother. Just passing by to say hi. Sorry, I can't stay. I got to go shopping. Well, make sure to do not spend too much and save some of that shopping money for buying crypto, right? Well, no financial advice, right? Don't be surprised if Andy is in a long position, says Sean. Yes, I'm in a long and I'm in a short position. In a long, in a short. Did get stopped out once here, guys. I was looking at this being a rejection. I did get into a small loss. So my overall plan here, I did get into one short and got stopped out. Was in the long position here, like mentioned on the previous live stream. But I was looking at this to be a rejection point. We did slightly come down. So if we do take a look at this high over here from the 30th of May at round about $69,500. And zoom in on the lower time frames, guys. I'm going to explain here how I played this level. We basically got this small little consolidation. We were trading slightly below that level, and I got into a short position, put my stop loss here and got stopped out. Now, the second short entry was purely based of the 0.88 Fibonacci and not managing to basically get to this high, right? When you take a look at Fibonacci from this pivot to the pivot low, we hit the 0.88 Fibonacci, right? That is where we got rejected at the $70,250. When we analyzing this, okay, like the previous videos and basically the previous live streams, a live stream 2 days ago, I mentioned, and I got a nasty comment from someone because of yesterday's video saying, I thought you said that you were going to be in a long position. I didn't say I wasn't. Of course, I'm in a long position. I said, if we recover from these lows, because just when we were finishing the live stream, I was trading over an hour and the price was starting to recover. I said, look, if we print a couple of hour candlesticks above this level, I'm happy to get into a long position and look for these highs to be claimed in the next couple of days. So we did get that. Okay, that was the game plan from the previous live stream. Get above these lows from Friday's drop. Okay, and you know, this already printing a couple of hour candlesticks at this level, for me it was a valid long position to come all the way up to those highs right over here, right? I don't think we need to go in detail to go and get that video, right? But just in case anybody is new, I should have got that video ready just to show you basically basically the long trading setup that was mentioned on the live stream, right? We talked about this just 2 days ago, and I think the plan was pretty clear, right? The plan was pretty clear. We need to see that movement to the downside, get a recovery. All right, I'm just looking to get that video out, guys, but you can check the previous live stream, which was on Friday, right? If I'm not mistaken, that live stream from Friday was get a recovery above these lows right over here. We did get it. We got a beautiful wick. We got a recovery. And you do have here, in this case, a few hours to decide if you want to get into a long position. Stop loss beneath the low. And you're looking to target 69,500 was my overall target from the previous live stream. So you do have a pretty nice risk to reward. You can go and check that live stream from basically Friday. And this was the kind of the game plan. We recover from these lows of Wednesday and last Thursday, and then we look for a long position. We're looking to aim to hit these highs, and then we'll go from here. Will we manage to fake out, create, you know, a rejection? We got a pretty explosive move, more than I expected. However, this is still valid for a corrective structure in a triangle structure here. And if we do count this as a very complex ABCDE, right? Because there's no other way to count this corrective move unless it's a running flat ABC. However, it is not the most beautiful one, and now we're getting the explosive breakout in the next coming hours, right? In between today and tomorrow, we're going to continue to the upside. I think not. It makes more sense here, like we've been talking the last few days, of a possible A, B, C, D, E. We're going to sweep one more time these lows, and I think there's an epic swing long position right over here. We do not need to sweep these lows, but it does make sense for the price to do so. Still maintaining above that low created on Friday at $66,600. Would be nice to get that sweep of these lows. Move down here in a bit of a three-wave structure, because we have formed a three-wave structure here to the upside. The main reason why I got into this short position here, just as we were rejecting the 0.88 at $70,040 approximately here on Bybit, was because we hit the 0.88 Fibonacci. I do not want the price to get above this high, because if we get above this high, it just means that there's just high probability that this is just a successful breakout. So I wanted the price to maintain beneath this level. And as we do hit the 0.88, which is like the ultimate level to hold, if it does not reject from the 0.88, then obviously I'm looking for the price to smash through. And I'm not interested in short positions at this range, basically. Something curious about this is also we did get, when we take a look at because in an ABCDE, you want three-wave moves, right? There's just piled with three-wave moves. Inside of this three-wave move, I mean, it's really technical, you know, looking at Fibonacci. Pivot low from Friday, okay? Pivot low from Friday at $66,600 to the pivot high of Sunday at $68,470 to the pivot low also from Sunday. When we take a look at the extension, guys, and this is where the magic comes. There was massive Fibonacci confluence at the $70,250 range. Why? Because we look at a three-wave structure here to end possibly in between the 1386 and the 1382. That was not the case. I got stopped out here once, guys. As soon as we got the rejection, stop loss above the high, we wicked above, and I did see the 1.618 with the 0.88 Fibonacci from this pivot high of Monday the 27th at $70,750 to that pivot low, okay? And this is what we're looking for. If we are going to continue this symmetrical triangle, then obviously we're looking at this three-wave structure move down and a three-wave move here to the upside. If we do not reject at the 1,236,1382 and rejecting from this pivot high, right, and the 7.8 Fibonacci from the pivot high here to that pivot low, I was like, it's either, you know, you got two chances here. We reject swing failure pattern, 7.8 Fibonacci, naked point of control. I did get into one attempt, tight stop loss, got stopped out, and I said, look, I'm going to give it another chance, because even though I get stopped out, I will get into another trade, right? If I do see the resistance and I do see the possibility of the price action, you know, getting a rejection, right? We can continue in this triangle for sure. This might be a fake out. So we want to have speculation and good risk management to get into that shorting trade. So it is still very much valid. You're hitting the 0.88 Fibonacci and you're hitting the 1.618 extension as the ultimate limit level, right? This is the limit. If you do just break through here, then obviously you're going to hit these highs, and very likely you're probably going to go to $72,000, right? Those highs created on the 21st of May. So it's not worth it. Getting into this short position, my stop loss was above the wick. My stop loss was here. My stop loss was right over here, okay? I'm not gonna risk a stop loss. I'm not gonna get in a massive over leveraged short position and add to the position here as we're going up. Stop loss above the high as we were rejecting. I didn't short exactly the 0.88 Fibonacci or the 0.618. I saw the rejection. I got into the trade. Stop loss at the highs. If I get stopped out, it is what it is. If the price is successfully breaking up, then, you know, we just move to the next one, get stopped out, minor loss, and analyze the local situation. Very likely, if we would have broken above these highs, price very likely would have gotten explosive, okay? It would very likely had a massive move to the upside. So overall, this is kind of your invalidation point. You've been hitting the 0.88 Fibonacci from this movement down, and you hit the 1.618 extension from this three-wave structure. You want the price now to start coming down in the next coming days. Sweep this low. Okay, so it's a long, short, long, short. Longs are in our advantage, no doubt. But as a day trader, we get into longs and get into shorts all day long, right, guys? We look for longs, we look for shorts, especially when you're in a range, right? When you're in a range, you want to try and long the lows and short the highs, right? Right now, we are at the highs. So this is a good speculation short, managing risk pretty nicely. I would want to see the price potentially coming down. There is the risk of this breaking through here in the next coming hours between today and tomorrow. Very much possible. This is why I have my stop losses currently protected already. Did take some profits because there is a possible bullish case, which is this is, all right, a one wave up, right? So we're doing a 1, 2, 3. We're going to create 4 and a 5 right now, and this would be very bullish. This means that we're already breaking out. We're probably going to get a corrective move, and then we just continue to the upside. So as we formed this three-wave structure to the upside, three-wave structure to the downside, I do see the risk of this being a 1, 2, 3 and an ABC, right? This is probably a corrective structure, and we're going to break through right now. Break through, meaning that we are forming a fifth wave right over here. It's definitely a possibility looking at this scenario like this. If that were to be the case, right, because you're not overlapping the first wave. If that were to be the case, I want to stay out. I want to stay out. There's likely going to be a corrective move after this movement to the upside. However, it's it's definitely a scenario. This is why when we got this movement down, started recovering, I decided to take some of those profits from this short position, realizing that we could take the high. Maybe it's a bullish case. I've left, quite a significant amount just to see if we're going to sweep the lows. I'm in that hedge long position, very small long position, taking most of the profits, as I mentioned on the previous live stream on Friday. If we recover from the lows, I will enter a long position. No doubt. If we would have got the move down, okay, if we would have got the move down, because on yesterday's video update, I was saying we might even sweep the lows again, and I would be happy to long and get stopped out, okay? I don't mind getting stopped out from this movement and re-entering a long position, because obviously your risk to reward against your stop loss is 3-4 times larger. So it was a scenario. However, this range, as mentioned on Friday, it's an acceptable long. The levels that we were aiming was the $69,500, guys. Check the live stream. If you don't believe me, we do not lie. If we're wrong, we're going to talk about when I'm wrong, when I'm right. No doubt that there was the possibility of sweeping the lows again. It was unlikely, but it was possible. If we would have done this, I would have been happy to re-enter the long position as we recover from that low. Okay, so it's all about managing risk, looking at the next possibilities, and just re-entering and re-entering if you do manage your risk very, very well. I'm in a short position, says, I'm going to go through comment section, guys. We're going to talk about the possible scenarios. Ideally, I do not want to see these highs being taken again. Okay, I do not want to see this. I think there's higher probability that we're going to start moving down. This is our next point, guys. If this bullish symmetrical triangle is going to play out, and I think the price will correct in between today and tomorrow. Okay, this is my analysis, my prediction. This is what I personally believe. This is going to be the area, and I'm going to put this in a green box right over there. This is going to be my zone, the zone that I think we can get into an epic swing long position here, guys. And we do not need to risk too much with leverage and our capital. But if this were to be the scenario, and we just say that the price is moving down right now, right? The price is going to move down, boom, boom. We sweep yesterday's lows beneath $67,400, which I think is highly likely. And we start dancing around here. We start doing this kind of price action, preferably without sweeping those lows from Friday beneath 66,600. If we move down here, sweep up and start dancing around, woo, this is going to be great, guys. This is going to be absolutely great. You will see me in a long position right there. Already got into this long. This was a nice small little swing trade, right? The target zone was hit. If we break through from here now in between today and tomorrow, it doesn't matter, right? I've taken most of the profits from Friday's live stream that we mentioned. If we recover from this low, happy to get into a long position. This is the target zone. I feel like going to that live stream, guys, and going through it, but we're not going to do that. You can go and check it yourself. It should be in somewhere in between the live stream on Friday. But this was without a doubt the target zone, right? We were mentioning this on Friday. This is the target zone. This is the potential zone where we could get rejected and then form that A, B, C, D, E. This triangle probably is going to be continuing for the next couple of days. So what would be this is going to be the bomb diggity level of long positions right over here. If we can manage to come all the way down to sweep these lows, and this would be taking the 0.88 Fibonacci from this pivot low to the pivot high, this would be the ideal zone, okay? It would be the ideal zone. If we do manage to get there in the next 1 to 2 days, it would be ideal, right? 1, 2, 3 days even. It would be ideal, right? Move down, move up, move down, and this would be the area that I'm interested. Failed auction zone. Get down, chop around, recovery. this is going to be the zone that it's the last chance. This is the last chance. We're running out here. The correction is going too long. And this would be the long setup if we chop around, okay? We recover from those lows, just like we did on Friday. Guys, we need to recover, get the price above. And seeing that the bears are losing steam, then this would be the absolute epic long position. And this could go to all-time highs, okay, in the next coming days, right? Between 1 and 2 weeks, this would be like the epic swing long position. I would target the all-time highs because this means that this would be the end of this corrective structure, and we would be looking for that fifth wave. Stop loss invalidation, as it's a swing trade, give it a bit of room, low leverage, 1-2% of your capital, potentially to gain around about 4 to 8%, right? If that were to be the case, that we're maintaining this zone. So it's a make it or break it. I do believe that leg down is highly likely right now. This hasn't been a fake out. You must see, the triangle formed from these two pivots. Like, wow, successful breakout. This is it. You must be seeing a lot of bullish influencers at this range saying that we're breaking the triangle and we're going to go to basically the width of the triangle. We're going to break and we're going to go to these target zones. However, it does not make sense looking at the corrective structure that this is a breakout. I mean, you could have seen this as an irregular ABC flat triangle, right? But it does not make sense here based on the waves, okay? It's very three wavy right now. There's only 3 waves when you do count this. You can count it in a speculative way, all right? But it's very 3 wavy right now. And I would be expecting a 3 wave down here between today and tomorrow, Wednesday, right? And then this is going to be our zone, guys. This will be a make it or break it. This either gets a huge collapse before the end of the week, or it maintains nicely as support, right? Which is kind of what I expect. Get the price action dancing around at that level, and then get into that epic swing long. Then this would not be a trade that I would long and say, I'm taking profits at the highs. No, this would be the one that actually runs, all right? The range is ending. The range is ending. This would be the long that I would say, yeah, this is, the one that I want to take profit, at least at these highs and potentially out at new all-time highs, okay? That is if we do not break from the lows. Very important, very important. So overall, this range has been an absolute beauty to trade. Very, very nice. I've been loving trading the range. It's where I know how to trade. As you know, all of those followers out there, we've been calling the last week huge amount of trades that have been basically sweeping highs and sweeping lows, sweeping local lows, then sweeping local highs, to then sweep local lows again, to then sweep the local highs again, to then sweep the lows again, to then sweep the highs, and then we're looking for these higher lows right now, okay, based on the triangle. So it's like long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, and this has been the overall plan. And like I mentioned on Friday, I would be willing to long this area, okay, and willing to short this area. And yes, that is the trades that I'm in currently right now, okay? Long, already taken most of the profits. Short, let's see if we do come down to 67,500 and bank another few $100s on this beautiful range that we have been forming the last few days. Legends, if you are interested, Bybit for me is the number one. There is a trading competition going on right now. You got the link to register here. Trade Masters Grand Prix. There's a 1.5 million US dollar tether prize pool. If you are trading anyway, why not sign up to this competition that is going on Bybit, guys? You got the link down below in the description. You also have Bluffing and 𝗲𝗄𝗄, which are no KYC platforms. Just with an email and a password, you can start trading in no time, and you got those exclusive bonuses just for the people that sign up with a link in the description. Now, let's go through comment section. BTC scenarios, they have been covered. Okay, let's go right away and say hello to the beautiful community. Smash up the like button if you've enjoyed the content, guys. If you've enjoyed the content, you're enjoying the content, smash up that like button, guys, because it will be very much appreciated. And let's go right away through the comment section. Say hello to the beautiful community. Let's go right away. Tom Yoluma, I'm in a short position. He says, Crypto Creations Club. Hello from Switzerland. Hola, Andy. Greetings from Dominican girl in the USA. Jocasta, hello. Andy, I'm short from 69,740. Am I safe? 69,740. You are just about safe-ish, okay? We can go through the internal scenarios because what we've done here with Bitcoin, if we are looking for a three-wave structure to the downside, no doubt that this was a speculative short position, okay? This was a limit level for a short. If we do claim these lows in the next coming hours, it is game on, guys. It is game on to go to lower levels. Why? Because we have formed we will be forming possibly a 5-wave move down. We're just at the limit level here, just slightly tapping the first wave. We take that low. It is game on. It is game on here to do something like this, right? I mean, it's possibly not going to do exactly this, but this is what I would be looking at here in a nutshell. All right. Something like this. It's probably not going to be exactly like this, but this is what I would be looking at here. Okay. A bit of a three-wave structure in a 1, 2, 3 to then get beneath 67,500, 400 range, to then look at the higher time frames, right? And look for this level as a take profit zone. This is a take profit zone. If you're in those shorts, you guys up here, I would be a little bit defensive with volatility. You know, don't have an insane stop loss here or here. Manage risk accordingly with your invalidation points, okay? I would say invalidations is enough above this level, okay? When we zoom in on the lower time frames, okay, legends, invalidation is above this high that we've just created, okay? Above this high. So you're in that short position, like on that limit zone. If the price were to form a higher low right now and break through, this has been an ABC, and then we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this area is already your invalidation above the highs that have just been created, basically. You do not want to have stop losses here or here. Inside of this area is more than enough, because if you do get the price moving to the upside, overlapping this small little wave, then this is just going to be looking bullish, okay? This is just going to be looking quite bullish. We do not want to see that. Once we take this low from now, the latest drop, that is going to give us a high chance that the next waves to the upside, we're looking for a 3-wave move to the upside after taking this low. And that gives us really high probability that we're going to smack down again, okay? Really nice probability. So there will be some really good shorting zones. And basically what you need to take a look at here is Fibonacci retracement from the pivot high to the pivot low created for that second wave. And you are looking in between 50% and 7.8. Which definitely is possible. You could come back up and wick that high. This would be a good swing failure pattern. So you might just wick above that high with the C wave, and then you're going to start smacking down very aggressively in a 3-wave structure. That would be the local bearish case scenario. Like I said, this zone right now is kind of your invalidation area. If you move above this level, I would stay away from shorts. I would really, unless you get a big rejection, it would not make sense, because then you're looking at this as a 3-wave ABC, right? A little bit aggressive inside and a little bit too fast, to be honest. This is the unlikely scenario, okay? It's unlikely, but it's still very much possible, where you're looking for a quick corrective fourth and then you're going to create this fifth wave now in the, you know, between today and tomorrow. Unlikely scenario, okay? Unlikely, but possible, right? But possible. So if you are moving up from here, you need to forget about this being impulsive. If you start moving above the first wave, right down here, if you start getting above this level now in a movement up, I would say, wow, this is like, really stay cautious, guys, because this might be that fifth wave, and this is going to get impulsive. Okay, so we want to be very, very cautious with that scenario in you know, as an invalidation, right? It's like invalidation point, because a lot of you guys might think, I am short from this level. Am I safe? You're asking me. You probably have your stop losses over here, okay? This is like a big no-no. It's a big no-no-no-no. Big no-no. I would be happy with stop losses inside of this area above the highs just created. It would be extremely rare right now to actually move up from here and not continue to the upside. Could we reject? Yes, but it would not look good because we formed a three-wave move down here. This might be a 1, a 2, and then you're creating that third wave, and we're just going to see price rocketing up in a third wave. And it's just going to blow your socks off, and it's going to stop everybody that's putting stop losses much higher. So for me, it would be more than enough to put an invalidation above this, you know, basically the local highs that have been created now just in the last few minutes, right? Let's continue here through the comment section. Say hello to the beautiful community, and we can take a look at some altcoins, guys, of course. Let's take a look at some altcoins. Why not take a look at some altcoins with you guys right away? Why not? Let's go. So yeah, very interesting question. Am I safe in that short position? Hi legends, Andy, bring the alpha. 𝗬𝗏, how are you doing, my brother? Dumpy boot boy, please don't tell the notification that I smashed the like button. Thank you very much, 𝗬𝗍. Much love to you, my brother. Much love to you. Right, shall we take a look at some altcoins? Right, shall we take a look at Valerie? How are you doing? Thanks for joining the stream. I want to go through most of the comment section, guys. I love you all. Make sure to destroy the like button. If you do enjoy the content, guys, smash up the like button. Just pure education. It's been really good trading analysis the last few days. We're looking for this rejection swing failure pattern from those highs at 60. Well, more a failed auction, a little bit more aggressive than I thought. Nevertheless, it's still a possible shorting scenario, okay? At this level, rejection. 0.88 was kind of the limit zone to get into that short position. And I would speculate that we could be forming a three-wave structure here to the downside in the next 1 to 2 days. And then we'll analyze the situation at this zone. This is the level that I want to see the price dancing around, legends. $67,300. If we get down there in the coming days, which I think it's very, very likely, give it 1 to 2 days at least, I want to see the price action doing this, right? Dancing around at this level. And I think we could definitely speculate on that big possible move to the upside. Okay. It does look like we could be forming this scenario, okay, in the next coming days. That is, of course, if we do not, okay, that is if we do not get the breakout to the upside in between today and tomorrow, right? The bullish case scenario, which is looking very ugly, of course. I would not say that this is, you know, this would not be it just doesn't look right, okay? It's unlikely that we get that breakout between today and tomorrow. So let's go and take a look. 1.618 hit again to perfection. 𝗬𝗏, yes sir. 𝗬𝗏, absolute machine. ABCDE. Basically, right over here. No doubt that we got I was just mentioning the short trade that I got into here on Bybit Default, exactly slightly below the 0.88 Fibonacci right over here because of that 1.618. We did hit the 1.618 to perfection very, very nicely from that pivot low of Friday to the pivot high of Sunday to that pivot low here of Sunday as well. So that 1.618 extension at the $70,270 was in confluence with the 0.88 Fibonacci of this pivot high to the pivot low. And if we are forming an ABCDE in this huge symmetrical triangle, we do not want to go much higher than this, right? It's like you short here or you do not short, right? You do not want to short down here at 69K. You want to try and speculate on that short, on the rejection. And if you do, get into a short here at this area, right? At the low 70K levels, your stop loss ain't going to be here or it ain't going to be here. It's going to be above that high that you've just created. I need that high, the 0.88 to be hit, the 1.618 to be hit and rejected from. I did not short here. I shorted as we were rejecting and I put the stop loss above the high. And I want to note that I did get stopped out once here on a small short trade based on the swing failure pattern and the 7-8 Fibonacci rejection, okay? And I put the stop loss above. I did get stopped out once on this attempt, okay, today. However, I got into this other short position with a very tight stop loss above those highs, okay, above the 1.618, above the high that was created with that movement to the upside. And as you can see here, I did not short exactly the highs. I was shorting the rejection and jumped in as we were rejecting with the stop loss above the highs. I think we can already protect that position, obviously. So looking for the lows to be claimed here. I've got a hedge long position just in case we just rocket from here. Taking most of the profits from this long position. As you can see, $600 profit from that recovery created in between Friday and Saturday. As it was the target zone, right? I did take over 80% of the profits exactly at this level. So let's see if we do come down to the $67,400. That would be my take profit zone here for this short position. And then look for the long position again, right? We longing, we're shorting the range, guys, till we get the breakout. I think we do have a high probability that we are going to get the breakout to the upside once we come down here, right? It's going to be interesting what kind of price action is created at the $67,000 range, guys. This is going to be a zone where it's going to be, I need to do a live stream here. If the price moves down to this zone, we need to do a live stream. We need to analyze very carefully that zone for those potential swing longs, right? That would be, it's just the swing long zone. It's the swing long zone for all-time highs potentially. I wouldn't go too crazy with stop loss, of course, just slightly below the wave one here, or even, yeah, we're just going to have to analyze the price action once we get down there. Market M, what's up? I also got that one, Default, absolute machine. It was pretty, I got stopped out once. It has to be said, right? I get stopped out as well, of course. I get stopped out many times. However, I get stopped out into small losses. So it was a good short. That was a good short based on the 1.618 extension. Let's take a look at some altcoins. Andy, Doge, US dollar tether analysis, please, says Ravi. Let's go and take a look at some altcoins for the people in the community. ADA is trash, says Imrobi. Yeah, I've never had ADA in my portfolio, to be honest, but it did very well on the previous bull run. Let's take a look at, I got Chainlink as well. In that Chainlink short, I am short on Chainlink, like I mentioned just a few days ago, based on the possibility of creating an ABC, all right? I am looking for these lows beneath $12 to be hit once more, and this is like going to be the load your bag. This is probably going to be in the next coming weeks. This is going to be load your bag area. Load your Chainlink bag here in between $12 and $9, because this is going to be, for me, the last opportunity to buy cheap Chainlink before it goes to all-time highs, right, to the end of the year or beginning of 2025. That is my prediction right over there on Chainlink, purely based on Elliott wave theory, purely based on it is the summer. We are coming into the summer right now. And I would expect a little bit of bearish case scenarios. Dogecoin. Let's take a look at Dogecoin right away here for the community. Someone asking, Andy, not will hit my target. It will not hit your target, 𝗖cie. Which target? Check not token. Andy, not will hit my target. 𝗖cie absolutely nailing the analysis. We'll take a look at Notcoin here in just a second. Let's take a look at Dogecoin for the community. We are still inside of this inverted head and shoulder scenario. It looks like that we are building up with higher lows. I am a little bit skeptical, no doubt. We were talking about Dogecoin possibly breaking through. We got massive fake outs from this inverted head and shoulder structure, just trying to break out, fake out, higher low, fake out, higher low again. It has a chance. No doubt. I would not put I would put invalidation point from this scenario on Dogecoin. If we are going to break successfully this neckline, which we are creating massive demand here, no doubt. Look at this. We are creating higher lows. So it could explode out in the coming days. Dogecoin does look pretty good, because you're basically forming that demand higher low structure into an epic resistance zone, which is this 16-17 cent zone. Okay, you're getting a lot of selling pressure here, not allowing the breakout. But overall, it's a ascending triangle. It's an ascending triangle, inverted head and shoulder, whatever. You know, the demand is pushing the price to the resistance zone till it actually breaks through. So no doubt it does look like that Doge wants to have a chance. And if you want to speculate getting into the lowest price possible, I think your best chance is where we currently are, right? This range between 15 and 16 cents is kind of your zone if you want to speculate and have an invalidation point at this zone. Because if you start breaking down, we get Bitcoin dropping for whatever reason, and you know, altcoin season getting delayed, obviously, we would be looking for the price to possibly come down to the lows of late April, right? I would not look to, if we start losing this low from the 24th of May at 15.2 cents, you could swing failure pattern, no doubt, and then just move and break out. This zone is your long-in zone, basically. I would, have tight invalidation beneath the last higher low right there. These higher lows are okay. You're just getting the demand pushing the price, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. And then you're looking for that breakout in the next 1 to 2 weeks, right, to get that move to the upside. And then, looking to aim for these lower highs and even the highs over here from March. So interesting. Dogecoin is looking interesting. If we do take a look at the fixed volume profile from the entire range in between March and May, beginning of June, we got a massive high volume node here that is looking pretty good. This is the bouncing zone. It is the bouncing zone. You do have value area low of this range, but look at this high volume node on Dogecoin where we did get supported last week. Absolutely insane. Big support right there. Could we swing failure pattern from this level? Absolutely yes. I mean, if we get the price coming down of Dogecoin to the 15.2 cent level, no doubt I would be looking for that swing failure pattern. It would be like the ultimate level to long to get an epic nice entry. Okay, so that is what I would be looking at on Dogecoin. Let's go right away through. Andy, very happy with your bluffing copy trading and hope you keep trading on this platform. I have resumed copy trading, guys. I got a message from 𝗏𝗏 saying that the settings look pretty good. Even though I'm skeptical, all right, got resumed trading on 𝗏𝗏 on copy trading, okay, guys? So don't worry about that. That is resumed and it's going to start kicking in. Got a lot of people very impatient, you know, when are you going to start trading there now? And I explained that some people got liquidated as I was losing, you know, 0.5%. This is not acceptable, all right? I will not continue this because then people want explanations. And hey, if the risk management is not going to be the same, I'm just not going to trade there, guys, okay? So it's very important, but I've resumed. They've showed me the settings. We've gone through it, and I've told them if it's not a one-to-one, I will not continue because it's, you know, it's not acceptable for me losing a 0.5% of my capital and then people losing, you know, getting liquidated. There's 2 people that got liquidated as I lost 0.5%. That is absolutely insanity, right? This is why I'm very skeptical about copy trading because it's not copy exactly the same thing. So it's not good. But anyway, it's resumed, okay? Copy trading has resumed on 𝗏𝗏. So we'll start trading there as well, of course. 𝗖𝗿𝗆𝗆 resuming market M. Yeah, it was important. It did take the team, the support team, a few weeks. They were very, very slow to check the settings from everybody. So anyway, let's go right away. Sabrina, 𝗕𝗶𝘴. Shall we take a look at 𝗕𝗶𝘴? Dogecoin doesn't look too bad. Dogecoin looks pretty good as we explained. We're maintaining that point of control very nicely. We got the bounce. Looks pretty good for the price to get the breakout. If we swing failure pattern, absolutely wonderful. Like I said, it's going to be difficult on Dogecoin. If you put a stop loss beneath that low from the 23rd, you're kind of asking to get stopped out. So unless you want to build up a low leverage swing long position, but I think it's we should be a little bit skeptical on that on a swing long here, because if we break down successfully, then yeah, we're probably going to hit those lows from the 1st of May. Okay. You just need to be cautious. If price gets very volatile here beneath that point of control on Dogecoin and it has an aggressive move, yes, you do have the value area low, but still, I would be remaining a little bit cautious. Let's take a look at 𝗕𝗶𝘴. 𝗕𝗶𝘴 is doing its own thing. What can we say about 𝗕𝗶𝘴? 𝗕𝗶𝘴 is doing its own thing. It is very, very bullish. And what can I say about 𝗕𝗶𝘴? It looks like that we're forming a little bit of a symmetrical triangle here. Let's zoom in on 𝗕𝗶𝘴 and analyze this situation. I mean, 𝗕𝗶𝘴 has been an absolute beast. We know that. It is consolidating here nicely. What can we say about 𝗕𝗶𝘴? We just got rejected from a daily level today, right? We ain't going to do much analysis on 𝗕𝗶𝘴, guys. If we want to do a proper analysis, it's just going to take quite a bit, right? We're squeezing in between daily levels, right? Daily level right there, hit. We got the squeeze. Daily level hit today. We got the squeeze. So it's getting squeezed into this kind of symmetrical triangle as well. We're a bit, you know, getting squeezed right there. ZD. Yeah, we're basically at value area high here, getting a lot of resistance on 𝗕𝗶𝘴. Lower highs, point of control, value area high. Looks like that we could get the price rejecting from this point. Best case scenario, best case scenario. Yeah, it's going to be very hard on this one. There is no doubt a chance of sweeping these lows. If we do get the price sweeping the lows here and managing to maintain that low on 𝗕𝗶𝘴, right, from the 2nd of June, then I would say this is a good level to long. But we need to create that swing failure pattern, get the movement down, maintain as support, then we're good for another long position on 𝗕𝗶𝘴. Look, probably breaking through and just going to higher levels here in the next 1 to 2 weeks. Would be nice to get that sweep of the lows, okay? We're currently getting resistance from value area high and lower high resistance. it does look like that this sweep of the lows would be your golden entry if we swing failure pattern. Let's continue here. Andy, could BTC form a W or a triple bottom on the 15-minute time frame? Let's take a look at Bitcoin here on the 15-minute time frame. It looks like that we want to sweep those lows. Overall, high probabilities of continuing to the downside here, I think. Okay, it does look like that we're going to, as soon as we sweep these lows, guys, in the next coming hours, there's going to be high probability that we are going to form a three-wave structure in the next couple of days to sweep up these higher lows from Sunday. We take down the low created in the last few hours. You are asking me, are we going to get a double bottom? I don't think so. I don't think so. If we do sweep these lows, as you mentioned, could it be a W right there? And we're looking for a breakout. I don't think so. I do think that this is, if we do sweep these lows, it's an acceptable failed auction level, right? These lows created a few hours ago, legends. I'm going to say it's an acceptable long position. Sweeping these lows. Why? Because you'll be forming a 5-wave move to the downside here. Okay? You'll be forming a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there is a chance that you're going to form a corrective structure here to sweep up these highs. So, but I would not see this as a successful breakout W, right? It's going to be a bang, bang, and then smack back down. That is what I do see here. So if we swing failure pattern this low, it's likely going to be the end of a 5-wave move down. You'll be looking for another wave up here between today and tomorrow. And then you'll be looking here for another leg here to the downside, right? Based on that 3-wave structure, based on the higher time frame symmetrical triangle ABCDE. I think that this is not a successful breakout, okay, guys? Because if you do take a look at the triangle like this, a lot of people are going to say we've broken out, okay? Which we could have done, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like very much a fake out, right? If you do take a look at the symmetrical triangle like this, it's a fake out. But then if you analyze the situation here on an ABCDE, right? You very much know that, yeah, this is basically the ultimate level for that D point, and you're likely going to sweep these lows in the coming days. It's just highly likely. Low probability that we're just going to form a higher low right there and break through between today and tomorrow. I think there's a 35% chance that this is going to happen, and there's a 65% chance that we are going to push down here in a 3-wave structure beneath $67,500. That is the ultimate zone. That is where I would be interested in long positions. Of course, there is the low probability. It's just probabilities that maybe this has already been an ABCDE and a flat, in a running flat, sorry, and then we're going to get this price action shooting here in between the next coming days, right? Looking at something like this. But yeah, just highest probability scenario is coming down here to this level. And this would be a great zone for a long position if we do not break beneath these lows, okay? Like, share, and subscribe, says Ravi Kumar. Thank you very much, my man, for the insane support. Market M says, Andy, if I make enough money on the copy trading, the first thing I'm going to do is sign up to your VIP Discord. Okay, brother. Absolutely. Yeah, the copy trading is going to be a long-term thing. You know, don't expect 100% profits, you know, every month. You know, like I said, in between 5 and 15% would be a realistic scenario, okay? We're just going to take high probability trades and go very slowly and consistently. Thank you for looking at it, says Sabrina. You're very welcome. Lunar Classic. Wow. What's going on with Lunar Classic? Long time since I haven't taken a look at Lunar Classic. Lunar Classic. What's going on with this crypto? Lunar Classic. Lunar Classic. What can I say about this? It created a beautiful swing failure pattern on the daily from the lows created on January, right? Is kind of an acceptable long position. Sweep up the lows, jump into a long. Does this look pretty good for price to continue to the upside? In doubt. This could still. The long position was here, no doubt. If you're bullish on this project, I mean, I have no idea about Lunar Classic, what's going on. I know Luna went, basically was a complete rug pull. But Lunar Classic, what can I say? What can I say about it? I have no idea fundamentally. Looking at the analysis, then we had a massive move here in November. Another move up here, creating a lower high. This was the long position, swing failure pattern. If this is consolidating in the next coming months, then I would say this is bottoming out. You know, this would be a good accumulation zone, no doubt. Really not much, guys. I don't want to do analysis on these pump and dumps. It's just this is really a gamble for me. It is really a gamble on these cryptocurrencies. Not enough volume on BTC. Not enough volume on BTC for it to be a successful breakout. Yes, no doubt. It does look. Do you mean on this breakout, not enough volume? Well, on Bybit, we do have more volume on the rejection, right? We do have more volume on the rejection from this movement to the upside, giving us high chance that this is topped out here, guys. This is topped out. We're likely going to come down beneath $67,500. Okay. So, right. 5-wave on 𝗕𝗶𝘴 is invalidated because of overlap wave 1 and 4th. Okay. Not token. Let's take a look at not token. I think this is one that has been absolutely exploding during the last few days. What's going on with not token? Not token created an epic swing failure pattern. Oh, well, this is the launch, basically the launch date on not token just a couple of weeks ago. What can we say on not token? Where is it? On Bybit potentially. Shall we take a look at it on Bybit? Yeah, not token. What can we say about not token? I know Aditya was sharing some analysis on not token today with me. What can we say? This has just gone pretty crazy. It's gone pretty crazy during today. The last few days, it's just been going absolutely parabolic. It's gone absolutely parabolic. We are maintaining these highs very nicely as resistance, as support. Sorry, these highs from Sunday basically. These highs right over here are acting very nicely as resistance. We are basically getting rejected over here. I think this is pretty clear. It has been the point of control from the range created in between yesterday and today. Very, very good level for a speculative short position right there. It does look like that we are at the value area low. There's a high volume node right there maintaining our support. This is no doubt a bouncing zone for not token. If we do consolidate here, it does look like that we could get that bounce again to the highs. If we break down nicely in the coming hours, looks like that those lows are going to be taken. No doubt level for a swing failure pattern, just keeping it simple, level to level trading. I don't want to talk about these ones that have just gone absolutely parabolic. Wow, this has just gone parabolic the last few days. Insane. We aren't going to do much analysis. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Of course, the one that I trade, the one that I know how to defend myself. No breakout, it is bearish. Says no breakout, it is bearish. Says Dante939. Sebastian wins. Dollar pushing. Dollar index pushing down. Dollar index is still at an insane support level. It's still creating higher lows. Even though we got that push to the downside, we are at the point of control of the last 2 years. This is the make it or break it zone for the dollar index. If dollar index starts breaking down this week from this level, it's going to be very, very bullish. I would be expecting the end of the corrective structure of Bitcoin here in this symmetrical triangle and looking for that explosive breakout on the 5th wave here in the next 1 to 2 weeks, right? Going to all-time high. It does look like that if the dollar index manages to get that breakdown from this point of control, it would be nice. It would be nice if we start breaking down here in the next couple of days. It will be looking pretty good. I would see more downside on the dollar index, making the risk on assets to get that push to the upside. It is still early to judge, says Chris. No doubt. No doubt. Cardano, can you take a look at GME just for the fun of it? GME got an explosive move to the upside. GME, are you talking about the crypto or the actual stock? The cryptocurrency got a massive move to the upside during the last 24 hours, right? Between yesterday and today. It got a huge move up. Just for the fun of it, stay cautious with these. These are pump and dumps. You know the stock, right, of GME. GME just got a massive pump just a few weeks ago and then a massive dump. We know it's a battle in between retails and market makers, right? It's just a battle. For the fun of it, yeah, GME token, for some reason, there must be a fundamental reason that this got an epic pump the last 24 hours. You can let me know in the comment section. I haven't done any research at all on why we got this massive pump of over 200%, right? 300% in the last 24 hours. Something fundamentally must have happened with this token, guys. If you do know, let me know. How can the dollar go up when there's hyperinflation? Well, there's not hyperinflation, actually. The inflation has been going down significantly, right? From 10-15% inflation, right? A year that we had just after the C19 crash in 21 and 22, based on massive printing. They have been very strong with interest rates, okay? And they're not planning to put interest rates down in the next coming months just yet. And inflation is down to around about 3%. So there's no hyperinflation on the dollar, basically. Not now. They are trying to control it very nicely. They are kind of succeeding, at least in the short term. Money printer will go back on again in the next several months or a couple of years. You know, there's no savior on that. There's no way to save the dollar. It's no doubt a dead coin. It's a dead currency for the next couple of decades. Short term, they're doing okay, right? They're managing very nicely to get inflation down. So there's no hyperinflation on the dollar. So let's take a look. Donald Trump, CTO on Solana, strong community. Yeah, potential almost 100% up today. Donald Trump, yeah. We talked about MAGA coin. Super Trump, Donald Trump. There's so many Trump tokens right now because apparently we know that Donald Trump is very bullish. Donald Trump, yeah, there's going to be a lot of Trump coins right now popping, guys. We talked about MAGA, which is the original, right? The original one. I think MAGA, we talked about it when it was trading around about $7 just a couple of weeks ago on my good meme coins to invest in, right? Top 5 coins for a 5 to 50x in this bull run. MAGA was one of them, and we were trading around about the $7-8 range. And it's already 2x'd in price since we did that altcoin review. Stay cautious. There's going to be a lot of Trump tokens coming out, guys, and maybe a few of them are going to be absolute rug pulls, okay? It's baby Trump, bridge MAGA, free Trump, super Trump, Pepe Trump, Doge Trump. You know, there's just going to be a lot of meme coins, guys. And when you see this wave of meme coin creation, especially on Donald Trump right now, there's a lot of them that are going to be rug pulls, okay? So stay extremely cautious. I think MAGA is the one that is, well, anything can happen at the end of the day. But this is one that I posted on a video update a few weeks ago. And it was a pretty good entry, especially when we were speculating, you know, if Donald Trump does win the elections, you know, he's actually bullish on crypto. There is some interesting news, no doubt. Here we got breaking. Donald Trump becomes first American president to accept Bitcoin Lightning payments for campaign donations. You're going to see a lot of meme coins created based on Donald Trump. As you can see, we've already seen some created during the last few days. So just be very, very cautious, guys. There's going to be a lot of them that are going to be rug pulls as well. So don't get burnt on these kind of cryptos. Just put some money that you are willing to lose, or maybe 50x, right, in the next 6 to 12 months. A lot of bullish news regarding Bitcoin, guys. Big breaking. Bitcoin is halal. Saudi, 90-year-old Saudi Arabian Salafic cleric writes fatwa deeming Bitcoin acceptable under Islam. This is extremely bullish, of course, for the mid-long term. This is a clear sign of adoption. We're going to see Bitcoin absolutely exploding. China is buying gold, something out of Bitcoin. We can see China is buying gold and simultaneously dumping US treasuries like never before. They are backing up here with gold like crazy during the last few years, especially during the last few weeks. Look at this. You know, they're just backing up here with gold during the last few weeks and months like crazy. So yeah, China getting rid of US treasuries, which is absolutely crazy, right? Obviously, China not being the US best friend, as we know. Today, Bitcoin makes up 0.1% of the world's wealth. That is crazy, right? It's actually something. It's actually something. 0.1% of the world's wealth. Very likely we're going to see it 5% by 2030. I'm going to say absolutely yes, right? We've got this guy on Twitter saying, you know, it's 0.1% now of the entire wealth. The adoption is growing like crazy. So by 2030, 5% of the entire world's wealth. As we've been moving into a huge digital era. There's no doubt that 5% of the entire world's wealth on Bitcoin by 2030. I'm going to say a big yes. Absolutely. 100%. No doubt. Donald Trump, we've gone through this. Bitcoin spot ETF have seen a total net inflows of 13.8 billion. Bigger outlier are IBIT with a 16.6 billion and GBTC with minus 17.9 billion. So no doubt inflows going absolutely crazy. It's going a little bit flat, but still overall in an uptrend. Still to continue. Exchange balances for both Bitcoin and Ethereum are at their lowest levels in years. Absolutely crazy. Since the C19 crash, we've seen the balances on Bitcoin, also on Ethereum, gone down drastically. This is going from early 2021, you know, even since the C19 crash, where we had the last spike of basically the Bitcoin and Ethereum on exchanges. Since the C19 crash in March, April of 2020, it's been in a huge, massive downtrend. They're running out of Bitcoin, without a doubt. Exchanges are running out. There's a huge, massive downtrend. There's less and less Bitcoin every single week when you do take a look at this chart, right? Big movements here to the downside, as you can see on Bitcoin and Ethereum on exchanges. Same vibe on Bitcoin as mid-2020. We can see back then BTC hovered around 10K for 6 months with high on-chain activity, later revealed as OTC deals. Now, despite low price volatility, on-chain activity remains high, with 1 billion added daily to new whale wallets. Likely custody. You can see here how, look at this, new whales jumping in here as we were breaking the previous all-time high from 2017. This was back in 2020, and we have very similar whale activity right now at all-time high during the last few weeks, meaning that price continuation is just highly likely in the coming months. Okay, just keeping it simple in a nutshell. Australia's first spot Bitcoin ETF to go live tomorrow. Australia, no doubt, big market as well, not as big as the US, of course. I think they probably can be a similar size as Hong Kong. So no doubt this is bullish. Great sign of adoption. We're going to see, you know, a lot of inflows also on the Australian ETF. And state of Wisconsin revealed it owns 162 million Bitcoin through the BlackRock and Grayscale ETF. So massive. I think the US is going to start picking up on crypto. They were really bad. They wanted massive regulation, and they were basically banning mining and basically investing. And I think they are going to flip. They're going to be really pro crypto potentially by next year, right after the elections. We are seeing clear signs of adoption in the US, just like the state of Wisconsin revealed it owns $162 million worth of Bitcoin. So this is going to be growing and growing every single month now for the next coming years, which is absolute crazy. Look at Donald Trump in Dex screen. No. I know these are. I know these comments. I know these comments. Stop shilling, guys. Stay cautious with these cryptos, okay? Donald Trump. I talked about MAGA Trump when we were trading at $7 just a couple of weeks ago as a good speculation investment. It already 2x'd. Donald Trump right now. When was this one created? Yeah, few months ago. Donald Trump. Is it this one? Trump 2024? It's maybe not even this one. Longed at 68,982. You got into a long position. So yeah, stay cautious. If you're scalping, you're day trading, I think if we do take these lows, guys, like I mentioned, it's going to be very 5 wavy. If we take these lows right over here, I think it's going to be very 5 wavy. We could be getting another move to the upside and then another move to the downside, okay? And a 3-wave structure. Stay cautious. Big rejection. I personally don't think that Bitcoin is going to break through here. Just like we mentioned on the previous videos, we've been eyeing this symmetrical triangle for several days right now in a very large A, B, C, D, E. Okay. And like I said, this green box zone is going to be the area that we need to maintain. We wick down below here in the next coming days. This is, if we hold here, guys, this is going to be the epic long zone, okay? Epic long zone for a massive pump in the next 1 to 2 weeks. Legends, if you are interested, we are seeking for a community specialist in our Discord and Telegram communities. If you have what it takes and you want to join the Bitcoin Sensors team, make sure to fill in the form down below in the description. It is the first link down below. We are seeking for a community specialist for Discord and Telegram. If you are great with communities, check out the form down below. You want to join the team, Bitcoin Sensors, fill in the form, guys. You have it down below. It's the first link, okay? Legends, thank you very much for joining today's live stream, and I will see you tomorrow.